I was talking to a young lady a few minutes ago, and we were talking about rates on loads. She and her husband, they're young owner-operators. They've not been in it very long. They're still learning a lot, which I'm still learning a lot. But one of the things that she asked is about costs, and should I figure my deadhead miles into my offer on my rate? Well, yes, you do. Because like I've said many times before on previous videos, when you put your key in that door, it's costing you money. If this truck is sitting, not rolling, not earning, it's costing money. Everything is costing money all the time, 24 hours a day. It's just, what is it costing you? You know, more money or less money? And brokers will all the time tell you, well, you know, I can't pay you for your deadhead miles. No, they can't. So it's up to you to, number one, take the time. When you see a load you want, you need to estimate the mileage, like with using Google Maps or something like that, from where you are to where the load picks up. You have to estimate that mileage. And this goes back to knowing what your operating costs are. But you have to estimate the number of miles from where you are to where the load picks up. That's your deadhead miles. And then estimate from where it picks up to where it delivers, and that's going to be your loaded miles. So total those miles up, and let's say that you want, you know, $4 a mile. That's what you want to gross, is $4 a mile. Okay, well, then you need to take that $4 a mile and multiply it times your total miles, deadhead and loaded. And typically what I'll do is, if let's say it comes up and it's $1,200, that's what I need to get. Well, I'm going to put my offer out to a broker at $1,500. You know, they might be at $1,000. You know, I can always come down on my price in order to try to make a deal, but my first rate quote to the broker is always going to be higher than what I'm actually willing to take, because I don't know where he or she is on their end. Are they thinking that they want to pay $900 on this load? So if they're telling me, you know, well, what's your best rate on this? I'm going to tell them $1,500, even though I need to get 12, because they will come back and I can't. I need to move this for somewhere around $900 to $1,000. Can you work with me? Well, I really like the load. I'd like to take that load. I need the load. I'll work with you. I'll come down on it, and you know, let's do 13 on it. Well, no, I can't do 13. But I'll do 11. I said, no. Why don't we just meet in the middle at around 12? Can you do that? You know, I had a situation just the other day with a broker out of Canada, Charger Logistics, and I've hauled for them a couple of times in the past. But they had a load that I was going to have to deadhead about 90 miles to pick it up. And well, this lane we've been paying $1,300. Well, I had run that lane maybe 2 months before, and I'd gotten $1,400. And since that time, the cost of diesel has increased. So I told her, I said, listen, you know, I can't do 13, but if you'll work with me at $14.50, I'll take the load. Done. So, you know, she came up $150, and I didn't go down anything. I got what I asked for. You know, I've said previously that whether you work with one broker all the time or whether you work with a half a dozen different brokers all the time, you need to, number one, build a rapport with those brokers. And then also, you're going to, you know, build a history with them based on how reliable you are, how dependable you are, whether they know that you're going to definitely go there and pick up the load, or whether they think, well, he might pick it up, he might fall off this load, and I had to find somebody else. The load I picked up today, I had actually give her a bid on it this morning, around 8 a.m. and she was at $900, and I was at, I think I was at 13 or 1400, and she passed, and she sent me a email a few hours later, around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Listen, is your truck still available? You know, I need to find someone to put on this load. I'll do 1100. And I told her, well, yeah, my truck's still available, but I can't do 1100. You know, I'm at 1250. I need to stay at 1250. Okay, thank you. Didn't hear anything else back from her. Then she contacted me, you know, let me know that someone had booked the load. Okay. A little while later, she contacted me again. This driver fell off that load. Is my truck still available? And I said, yes, it is. And she said, I'll do the 1250. And I'd hauled 1 or 2 loads with this outfit in the past. But again, it really just goes to your rapport with these brokers, as well as your reliability as a carrier. Can they depend on you to pick it up? Can they depend on you to deliver it? How well do you communicate with them? You know, these brokers, I'm not putting all these garbage apps on my phone, Trucker Tools and MicroPoint and all of that nonsense. I don't put that crap on my phone. I ain't going to. I'm not going to let my personal data be harvested by somebody else so they can sell it to another party and put money in their pocket. I don't play that. So what I do is, you know, I let them, give them all my information, you know, my truck number, my trailer number, my telephone number, all of this, and I say, you know, my ETA to the pickup is such and such time. And then I'll let them know, I'll send them an email whenever I get to the pickup and say, I'm at the pickup, I'm sitting at the dock door waiting to be loaded. And then once I'm loaded and I'm leaving, I'll send them an email and let them know that I'm loaded and leaving. And then when I get to the receiver, I do the same thing, let them know that I've arrived at the delivery location. And then once I'm unloaded, I'll send them a picture. I send them another email with a picture attached to it that is of the signed bill of lading, and let them know that the load has been delivered and everything is completed. And you know, that's just the way that I choose to do it. Other people do things differently, I'm sure, but it's not saying that I'm wrong, it's not saying that they're wrong, but it's just, you know, how individuals do things. So, you know, it's really up to you how well you want to do in this industry. It's really up to you as to how you choose to calculate your rates and the offers that you want to make. But if you want to maximize your earning, you have to incorporate all of your costs into the rates that you offer. And you know, if I absolutely have to get out of an area, sure, I'll take a rate for less than $4 a mile. But typically, I'll stay in the $4 to $5 a mile range. You know, I don't work with TQL. I don't work with XPO, and I have reasons for that. And I'll cover things like that in other videos. But if you want to maximize your earning potential, yes, you have to account for everything, and you have to do your best to account for the unknowns, such as the price of fuel. Right now, diesel fuel running anywhere between about $4.70 a gallon and about $5.10 a gallon, depending on where you get it. And I think QT right now is at like $4.68. Weigel's in Tennessee is at like $4.88. Love's, anywhere between like $4.94 and about $5.05. So, and I'm sure Pilot's on up there too. But you have to account for all of your costs and adjust accordingly for those variables that are ever changing, such as the cost of fuel. Annually, based on how well you drive, how safe you drive, speeding tickets, accidents, anything like that, your insurance costs may increase, may decrease, just depending on how well you perform. So you have to account for everything: truck payments, maintenance, tire replacements, whatever. You have to account for it all. And things that are the unknowns, things that are the variables, you need to make those assumptions and those adjustments, on a case-by-case basis as needed. But anyway, that's the best that I can do to answer that question about, do you need to account for your deadhead costs? Yes, you do. Those deadhead miles cost money just the same as loaded miles do. So keep that in mind whenever you're putting your offers together on loads going forward, and I'll see you on the road. Bye.